What is going on, everybody? My name is Sloveens, and welcome to yet another episode of All the Mods to the Sky. So, there's quite a bit different from the last episode here, and I think I have a pretty good explanation. So, I had some issues with my computer to the point where I had to buy a new motherboard, and some of my memory was corrupted, and so I had to do a fresh install of Windows, and that meant that I lost a lot of footage that I had. Now, it is my fault. I understand that I had probably like 4 or 5 episodes that I had recorded that I hadn't even started editing it. That is completely my fault. I thought I would have been able to catch up here and play while I'm catching up on the recordings, and unfortunately, with that mishap, I lost all that footage. And so, the only reason I didn't lose this world is because I had a backup for it. I had uploaded this world to a Google Drive, and so I was able to. I did lose a little bit of progress, but to you guys, I've done a lot of progress, so it's not too bad here. Now, just to kind of catch you guys up, we went to the Nether. We literally didn't do anything in the Nether. There's absolutely nothing there. We started cleaning up the area. This is where our grass was, obviously, for we're growing our trees. No longer there. We had some chests here, some crafting tables right over here. They're all gone. We do have an applied energistics 2 system set up here. We have a lot of stuff. Not crazy, but a good amount of stuff. A bunch of inscribers here, and an alloy smelter for just some alloying, whatever you want to say. I don't remember if this was in the last episode that you guys watched. These are a bunch of sieves and hammers. Some of these have gold upgrades, which are doing about 8 blocks, um, taking up about 64 RF per tick. And then some of them are diamond upgrade, doing a full stack, but taking up to 2048 RF per tick. So quite a bit, but this whole system has been working pretty good. It's able to keep up with everything, and everything just gets sent to our ME system here. We still have this emerald furnace. I don't know if it was emerald for you guys, but we have everything coming here and just kind of getting cooked up and set into our ME. Literally the last episode for me, we were just getting into this coke oven, and the blast furnace for some steel. We had just made, what are they called? Immersive. We had just made the engineer's workbench because we were messing around with these garden cloches because we want to use them in our base here, which I'll show you here really quick. But this is just to kind of test out. If you remember, we started right again. I don't remember what you guys saw, but we started using these laser IO nodes here, and they got really messy. In fact, they're still kind of messy, but right now it's just kind of just to keep things going here so it doesn't stop. But I don't want to keep using these laser nodes. So I was looking at all the different options that we had, but this factory manager, the super factory manager, seems to be pretty easy to get my head wrapped around. I've been kind of learning and trying to teach myself how to do this stuff, and this is what this setup here is for, just to kind of help me out learn. We have a bunch of these drawers back here, again connected to the ME system, for bulk storage. We have this metal press here for blaze rods. They're helping us get those. We just put some blaze powder in there, which the blaze powder we're getting from one of these blocks here. I'm not entirely sure. We do have this guy that is doing endstone. It's giving us ender pearls, eyes of ender, some chorus fruit, draconium dust, and the chorus flower, which is pretty cool. So we've been getting that for a little bit. We are at 1.2 ender pearls. It's not too bad. here's kind of the start of the base. This is gonna be the main room. Let's see. Yeah. So we have this is where we're at. It's gonna be the main room. It's gonna hold our ME system here. We have a kind of a walkway or a path that's gonna just go around to different rooms here. I also have a jetpack, obviously, an emerald jetpack, so pretty neat. In this room here, it's like our power room. You can't see it, but there's actually lava and water. These are infinite. I have them set up. Oh, of course. Of course. And then again, we have the factory manager. This one's a bit more complicated, but it's also still fairly simple. We have two 64 times magmatic generators going here. And we have, I believe it was 14 of these porcelain crucibles with these superheating elements right underneath, giving us lava here. This is the inventory cable. It just goes kind of right behind here. Behind we have a ender chest. We have a sink, and we have the cobblestone generator there. Netherite. I'll upgrade it all the way to netherite, which is pretty cool. So it's super fast. We have the cobblestone going into these first, and whatever is extra gets put into our ME system, so that we always have. We have 49,000 cobblestone right now, which is pretty cool. And again, this lava first gets put into our generators, and then it will put into our ender tank here. That way we just have lava coming in. If we ever need lava from anywhere, we can just pull this guy out. Same with the water here. And then we have those magmatic generators going into this advanced capacitor banks, holding about 30 million RF. And then we have that going into this Herculean flux storage. So this one has about 16 million. And that way we can just use these flux points and put them around the base as needed. So that's pretty cool. And I don't think we have anything else here. I think we're pretty much caught up. Oh, these, by the way, are not actual real ones. These are from the chisel mod. Actually super simple to make, but they look like the real thing, so we might keep it. Although these look a little bit different now. They actually look kind of cool. But yeah, we were getting ready to work on the base here. I want those garden cloches to kind of line this and just go all the way around. And we are actually wanting to use this factory manager to kind of keep it in check. I wrote it out. As far as I'm aware, it should all work just fine. I don't think I have to change anything. So that's going to be super handy. It's going to be super easy to set up as well here. The only thing is I don't have garden cloches. I think I need a bunch more. So we need the iron mechanical component, 2 iron plates, and 1 copper ingot. Okay, that's pretty simple there, so it's cheaper too. We'll do that. Alright, so we just got a few things together here. And again, I really do apologize about the big jump. I'm frustrated about it too. I should have just edited them and uploaded them when I had them. And I was just being lazy. So, lesson learned there, I guess. Lesson learned. So just upgrading my backpack here. We can store 36 buckets and some RF, but I don't know why we would really realistically need that. So we're just going to not do that. What we are gonna do though is let's get this stack upgrade. Let's do it again. I think with this stack upgrade here, That'll let us get a good amount without not really having to worry. So we're gonna go around like so. It's pretty much touching this wall here, but that's gonna be fine because we're gonna take these garden cloches and we're going to just bring these out like so. We kind of have to figure out where the middle is here, so let's get rid of these. So we're gonna just kind of do this all the way around here. I think that is not too bad. And then we're going to take some of this inventory cable and run it just right behind here. And then we are gonna cover. That does not look too bad, I don't think. Perfect. So we're gonna head over just around here, and we might just set this guy here. Come right underneath here, and then we're gonna see if we can. All right, so we have all of those connected there. Now we want to take a few things here. So we just named it garden here. So what we're gonna do is take this cloche here. Just have to scan all of these. And then as for the power, we'll take that. And we'll push it in, and these guys should have power. And they don't. So we're gonna take that advanced capacitor bank here, which is already full, I think is what I saw. Now it's draining pretty drastically, but now all of these guys have power, which is cool. And we're gonna keep it full there with that flux point. So we're gonna take this sink now. We're gonna come back here just where all of this stuff is chilling anyway. We're gonna put that down and head over. Okay, so I think this should work, right? We want to input water from the sink and output it to our cloches. Perfect. So let's go ahead and pull that. Get the sink in. And set that up. Because again, these have no water. But as soon as I push that in, they should have water. Perfect. So they have power, they have water technically. That's all they need. Now we should be able to just get some seeds here. Alright, so we're gonna just put a single dirt in there. And then let's throw this asparagus seed. Of course, the first plant that I picked does not work. Same with that. That's kind of crazy. What the heck? Okay, so we have a few seeds here going. We did run into a problem though. There's a few seeds here that we can't do. So that's kind of unfortunate here. So the problem is I have these guys running here, right? So we have canola seeds, we're getting seeds and canola, but there's a few here that we can't, like this asparagus, we can't do. It doesn't let us for some reason. We do have the crops, which is just dirt, and then the seeds, of course. That'll give us asparagus and some more seeds. But I was hoping to stay with these garden cloches because it looks so cool. But maybe we'll have to go a different direction here. Okay, so I've been thinking a little bit about what I'm gonna do here, and we're actually not gonna go with these garden cloches, unfortunately. They just don't take some of the other seeds, and that was kind of the whole point of this. So this is just gonna kind of go to waste. We're gonna do something else, but we're not using these garden cloches. I think what we are going to do are the what are they called? Botany pots. These guys do, I from what it looks like, everything. I'm not sure, but they look promising. So we're gonna see about making some of those. The only problem is they need terracotta. For the terracotta, I need the clay. So we're gonna need to do some sort of it's not gonna be too tough here, but we're using some of these hammers. We're gonna need to make some dust, put it in some water, make some clay, and then we're gonna have to cook up that clay because we do not have that much. I think we have it. Oh my god, I'm stuck. Yeah, just right here. So we have 25 blocks. So not gonna be enough for what we want to do there, unfortunately. So we're gonna work on that here pretty soon. But unfortunately, that's just not gonna pan out the way I wanted it to, and that's kind of frustrating. But I know that we didn't really do too much this episode, and that's entirely my fault. With the whole computer mishap and everything like that, it's just been a mess. In fact, I kind of wanted to tell you guys that I'm planning on uploading this series every 3 days. I want to have a video out for you guys, and that's kind of the plan. I already broke that because of the issues with the computer, so that's quite unfortunate. But hopefully, we'll keep up with it and make sure that we stay on track. I do have another game here that I'm gonna be recording as well. Don't know how often I'm gonna post that, but I'm super excited for it. And you guys will see what it is once I upload that here, but it'll be pretty soon. Um, but other than that, I'm gonna let you guys go here. Again, I apologize about the mishap, but I think it's still gonna be great. I think we're gonna keep going. We're gonna continue, and we're gonna just keep working on the base here and start doing some things. And a little bit of sneak peek for next episode here. We have this mob masher. We're gonna make a mob grinder here pretty soon to get some mob drops and everything like that. So, like I said, thank you again. I hope you guys like the base so far. This is kind of how it's gonna go. I don't remember if I explained it or not, but I can't remember if I talked about it, but this is kind of the base design. It's going to go around. We're going to have different rooms at every side. We're going to have different floors and stuff like that. But this is going to be the main room here. We're going to have the ME system just pull up right here. And we're going to work on that here pretty soon as well. We're probably going to do that next episode just so that we can officially get rid of all this stuff here. But we're going to need to find a spot for all of this other stuff. And so we have a lot to do here. We're probably, for the time being, going to move that sifting operation just somewhere back here. We might make another separate room over here somewhere. But I think that would be pretty cool. And yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, sorry about the mishap, but I will see you guys in the next one, hopefully. Take care.